Imagine dropping into a hostile world filled with massive killer machines while other players are hunting you for the loot on your back. You fight your way through robots, search abandoned areas for valuable gear, and then try to escape before someone takes everything from you. That's the core idea behind Arc Raiders, and if you're wondering how the game actually works, here's the quick breakdown. At its core, Arc Raiders is an extraction shooter. Every raid starts the same way. You enter the map with whatever gear you decide to bring. Your goal is to explore the area, collect valuable loot, complete missions, and then escape the map alive. But here's the catch that makes the game intense. If you die during the raid, you lose everything you brought with you, along with anything you found along the way. That single mechanic turns every fight and every decision into a risk. Once you're inside a raid, the first thing you'll be doing is searching for loot. Weapons, armor, crafting materials, and rare items are scattered around the map. Some areas are relatively safe, while others contain much better loot but are far more dangerous. The longer you stay in a raid, the more you can potentially gain. But the longer you stay, the more likely you are to run into other players who want what you have. What makes Arc Raiders different from many other extraction shooters is the constant threat of giant robotic enemies, known as Arc Machines. These mechanical enemies patrol the environment and can be extremely dangerous if you're not careful. Some are small and manageable, while others are massive threats that can completely ruin a raid if you attract their attention. Fighting them can be rewarding because they sometimes guard valuable loot, but it can also expose your location to other players nearby. And that's where things get unpredictable. In Arc Raiders, you're dealing with both PvE and PvP at the same time. While you're focused on fighting machines or looting buildings, another player could be watching you from across the map, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Sometimes fights happen out of nowhere, and sometimes players avoid each other completely. You never really know what kind of raid you're going to get. Because of that, loot becomes incredibly important. Everything you collect can help improve your chances in future raids. Better weapons mean stronger damage, better armor helps you survive fights, and rare materials allow you to craft better gear. But the risk of losing that gear is always hanging over you. That constant tension between greed and survival is what keeps players hooked. Eventually, after you've gathered enough loot, or when things start getting too dangerous, you'll need to extract. Extraction points allow you to leave the raid and keep everything you found. But reaching those points safely is often the hardest part of the entire raid. Other players know exactly where people need to go to escape, which means extraction zones can turn into some of the most intense fights in the game. The reason so many players are excited about Arc Raiders is because every raid creates its own story. One raid might be calm and quiet, where you sneak around collecting loot without seeing another player. The next raid might turn into chaos, with robots attacking, players ambushing each other, and multiple fights happening all at once. Those unpredictable moments are what make extraction games so exciting, and when you finally make it to extraction with a backpack full of rare loot, after surviving machines and other players trying to take you out, it creates one of the most satisfying feelings in gaming. That risk, that tension, and that reward are what make Arc Raiders such a unique experience.